Hey guys, some of you guys would be familiar with this water tank. You would have seen us put this together to collect rainwater that we use on the garden and flowers, and also a fish pond and various other things. But it's also one source of water for us if we lose water due to an emergency like an earthquake or something like that. Sometimes in earthquakes the water source is damaged and you lose water to the house. So it's our backup. Oh, by the way, cherry blossom's still powering. This is some sort of record. It's been like 2 months. It's an autumn flowering cherry blossom and it just keeps powering, just keeps producing more flowers. Absolutely amazing. So that water tank's full at the moment because it's been raining, so it overflows into the fish pond and makes the fish pond nice and clean. So that's a good system. So that's one source we have. If there is a big earthquake, the Nankai Trough earthquake is anticipated. They reckon 90% chance in the next 30 years it's going to hit. 30,000 people or something like that will die apparently. So it's going to be fairly severe. So we're likely to lose all sorts of things. So if we lose water, we've got that tank. That's only 300 litres. However, in the corner of this workshop over there, we have a well. So some of you guys would have seen down the well. We put a camera down the well some time ago. But it's sort of been in the back of my mind because we have a few useful things that we can use to get the water out of the well. So there used to be, you can see those two pipes there, there used to be an electric pump, but unfortunately they used it to pump up sand out of the bottom of the well and it killed the pump, so that pump was no good, so we ended up recycling it. But we do have rope, which is old school technology. All that rope was here when we took the house over. And we do have a pulley. So it's sort of been in the back of my mind for years that pulley should be put to use. So rainy day, bit of a project in the workshop. So you can see there's those 4 centimetre by 4 centimetre supports there for the roof. Thin wood sits on top of that, and then a couple of centimetres of mud, and then the tiles. Don't really want to put heavy weight on that, so off to the other workshop to get some wood to make a different support, so it's sort of supported independently of the roof, so don't go messing with the roof. Don't want to do any damage up there, risk causing a water leak or something like that. So loads of old bits of wood here we've showed you guys before. So it's another bit of 4 by 4, 4 centimetre by 4 centimetre. So I just have a metre of that. So just some little bits of ply there to hold that new support in place. So not sure exactly where it needs to go yet, because we need it to fall sort of in the centre of the well, don't we? So sort of put it roughly in place so it's just sort of sitting there, and then tie the pulley to it, and then need to experiment to try and work out where it needs to be exactly, so we can put it where it should be. So just put a weight on the end of that rope and see where it falls. You'll notice that the well's still sealed. I'm not going to be doing all this stuff with the well open. As you'll see soon, it's 12 metres down to the water, so don't want to be dropping anything down there, don't want to be falling down there either. So just dangled this off it and then moved it till it was in the right place. And secured it into place. So now that weight's on its own little support there, being held up by those big cross beams, so independent of the roof. So don't want to be doing any damage to the roof, don't want to start a leak there or something. So that seems about right, doesn't it? About the centre. about 12 metres above sea level here, and that's 12 metres to the water, so it's about right, isn't it? Must be where the water table is. 12 metres, guys, that's about a 4-storey building. So that's why I don't want to fall down there. So 12 metres to the water, and the water's about a metre or two deep, and sand on the bottom. So we did lower our camera all the way down there once, and the water's really clear. The bottom's sand, so pretty good. We're just leaving those 2 pipes there. Considered pulling them out at one stage, but you can imagine 12 metres of pipe with a big filter on the end is going to be really heavy. Probably going to be all full of sand as well. So I just decided not worth it, just leave those pipes there, not do anybody any harm. Deep, isn't it? It's not the cleanest bucket in the world, but today's just an experiment. So obviously, if we did need this water, we'd use it for things like, we've got a septic system, so we could still use it for flushing a toilet or drinking water. If we boiled it, we'd boil it, of course. But it should be a fairly decent source of water in an emergency, you would think. So the water itself's pretty clean, few little floaty things, probably we stirred up a bit with all this activity we've been doing today. So a few little floaty things on the top, but run it through a filter and then boil it. It's pretty clear, isn't it? So we're pretty happy with that. So one more step in our emergency preparations is complete. More videos coming soon.